Hey everyone, I'm Jonna with Easter Seals of Greater Houston. I'm with the Bridging Apps program and I'm broadcasting live to answer some of your questions. Today we're going to talk about a couple of options to add more than one person to a call. First thing we're going to take a look at is how to do that with a phone call on a phone, just a regular phone. This is very similar if you're using an iPhone, an Apple product, or if you're using an Android phone. They have very similar features with the phone calls and how to add somebody. So to start off with, let me go ahead and get my screen up on here. Okay. So I have a phone call from, says Steve Rogers on here. Do you guys know who that is? That's Captain America. We go way back. Now on the screen here, I have a round button with a white plus in the middle of it. Underneath it, it says add call. If I choose that button, I now have my whole contact list here. I'm gonna go to my favorites. I want to add Donald Duck to this call. So I'm going to press his name. That's one of the contacts it showed. And now it's calling that phone. Okay. Once they're both connected, I do have an option to merge so that we can have a conversation. The three of us, myself, my original caller, Steve Rogers, and the additional caller, Donald Duck. These are my examples, of course. And you can do that with up to 5 callers. Now, just for the sake of showing it best on here, because I'm not sure how well it showed on the screen that was previous here, I'm just going to show... Oops, I want to hit Steve Rogers. There we go. I'll just kind of lightly show here. There we go. There's the button I mentioned earlier. It's a white circle. I mean, it's a kind of gray circle with a white plus in the middle to add call. So I can do that once I'm already on a call, and it's very, very similar if you're on an Android phone. Now, if you're watching this, chances are you might be using Facebook. You're probably using Facebook. If you're watching this after it's been done, you might be watching it somewhere else. But Facebook also has several options for making calls. It can be just an audio call to be used on a cellular phone or on your desktop. I'm also going to demonstrate how to create a room if you'd like to add up to 50 people onto a call. So the phones are limited to about 5, which that's a lot. That's definitely a lot of people to be on a phone call. But if you need to have more, there's an option here in Facebook Messenger on the upper left side here. I've got a button that says create a room. It has somewhat of a white camera icon there with a gray plus in the middle. So I'll click create room. It's named here Jonna's Room. I can decide who can join. I can either send the link to people or I can decide to click on names of who I want in there. Again, this is up to 50 people. So I'll choose create room, one of my options here. Room has been created. Now, again, I can go through here and decide who I want to invite from my friends list. Great. Oops, I went back by accident there. Make my screen a little bit bigger, and I'll just press done at the bottom. So in that same spot now, up here in the top left corner is your room. So I'll give that a click. And here's my option of the room I've created called Jonna's Room. Join. Join. Now here's the room that I've made. Anyone who I send that link to has the ability to join this room, up to 50 people. This is a great way to coordinate things. Should you have to, maybe you're a caretaker for somebody. If you need to coordinate with other caretakers or other family members how to get a task done, this is a great way to get everybody on the team in one room. We're in a digital room here so that everything can be worked out. Everyone can see each other. It's also a nice way just to connect right now. It's not always the best idea to see people in person, especially right now as we're still going through the COVID-19 pandemic. So this might be a great way to connect with people that you'd like to see or just talk to and create a group situation where you're not just talking to one person, but a group of them. Again, this one is on Facebook Messenger. I've created a room which is up to 50 people. Let me go ahead and close this one out. I'll switch my screen back. Here we go. And the first example I showed was how to add additional callers when you're using your phone. So when you're on a call, if someone calls you or if you've called them, take a look at your screen. Normally you're holding it at your face. If you take a look at your screen, you'll have an option of add a call, so that you can add up to 5 more people, well, a total of 5. So you can add up to 3 more people to that first phone call. So again, if you're a caretaker, if you're looking to organize things, this is a great way to get everybody in the conversation to get things worked out in the smoothest way possible. If you're using this and this has worked, if you have any questions, please comment below. Let us know how we can support you in these topics. Let us know if there's anything else you'd like to talk about in the future. Thanks for joining, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.